Today, we're gonna be talking about 3 amazing camera sling bags, perfect for street photography, travel, or a minimalist everyday carry. I'll break down each bag's design, comfort, and other special features. I'll also mention any possible cons that they may have. Whether you're looking for something compact for your camera or just want a light everyday carry, there's something here for you. Let's start off with the Nomadic Luma 12-liter camera sling bag, designed in collaboration with the famous Peter McKinnon. First thing I want to note is how sturdy this bag is. It's very well put together. It's pretty hard, so if you drop it, you don't really have to worry about your camera or anything else breaking, which is one of the reasons you got to get a good bag. On top here, we have a little pouch here so that you can put small things like your cell phone, any keys, a pen, small accessories that you want easy access to. It also comes with a nice zipper, so you don't have to worry about things falling out. Inside, you have a few pockets. So there's one a little bit wider than the other. You can add in camera batteries, flash batteries, things like that, tiny accessories, maybe some cables that you don't want thrown into the main compartment. Another nice thing about the lid here is that it has 2 magnets that connect to magnets on these little flaps below here. So if you don't want to zip up your bag because you want something a little bit faster, close it like that, and then you kind of have to pry it open just a little bit so you can open it up. It's really nice, so when you're out on the go, you don't have to worry about things falling out. If it tilts over a bit, things aren't going to fly out of there. Now for the main compartment, we have a nice divider here. You can actually pull it out because it's Velcro. The material inside is really nice and smooth, so you don't have to worry about your gear getting scratched up. It fits camera, big lens, 24-70 is usually what I'm using, so pretty much I am good with this setup here. I don't really carry much else with me. I can also add in a nice microphone if I need to, if I'm going to shoot video. So this is pretty compact. I don't have to worry about things falling out, don't have to worry about things moving around too much, or having to carry a really big bag like a backpack for gear when I'm only going to carry a couple of things. On the front of the bag, we see obviously Peter McKinnon's little signature and Nomadic there. Nice little touch so you know who owns the bag. You've also got little slits here, so you can add in things like your keychain, or you can add like a knife or little accessories, things like that, that you really need to grab quickly if you're out. On the back, if you travel a lot and you carry around a big suitcase, it's always nice to have one of these little handles so you can easily put it on your handle of your suitcase, so you can travel much easier than just having it on your shoulder. The weight can be a little bit annoying sometimes, you know, it kind of weighs you down a bit. So being able to put this on your suitcase is really, really helpful. Last up, I want to talk about the strap. So I actually really, really like the strap. It's very comfortable. You have a nice comfort little cushion here. It's not too bad. It could be a little bit more cushiony, but it's not so bad. On the side here, makes it easy to turn if you need to, you know, for whatever reason. And you can easily tighten it, loosen it, depending on where you want your bag to sit on your body. A con I would say about this bag is because it's so stiff, which is good, you know, it protects your gear. You don't have to worry about any damage for the most part, but the sturdiness doesn't allow it to really bend when it's up against your body, so it could be a little bit uncomfortable. And because of the size, you can't quite put it on your chest here, and when it's on the side, it's a little bit uncomfortable because it can't really mold to your body. Another little complaint that I have is because of it being so compact in the main compartment, which is helpful at times, but other times when you need just a little bit more room, it doesn't bend. I think there's like a metal rod in here that prevents it from bending. So if you need just a little extra space, you can't really stretch it out to get that extra space. Pretty much you would have to get a bigger bag. But for the most part, my everyday carry, when I'm just taking out my camera, lens, and a mic, this does a good job. The next on the list is the PGY Tech One Mo camera sling bag. This one also features a nice pocket on top. It has a little bit more room than the last bag we talked about, so you can definitely put in your phone, keys, a notebook, pen, some extra batteries if you need to. So you have easy access when you're out on the go. You can easily open up this zipper, grab what you need, and close it back up. On the inside here, we have, let's open up the zipper, 2 little pockets here. These ones actually stretch a bit, so if whatever you put in here is a little bit bigger, you have a little bit of room to put that in there. Inside the main compartment, it's a bit bigger, so the overall bag is a little bit smaller than the other one. However, because it's more stretchy, you definitely can add a little bit more and kind of stretch it out just in case you have bigger items. A nice touch that I really do like is it is expandable. So if you go to the back, you have a zipper here that will expand the bag on top. So if you have extra things, bigger things, you don't have to worry about having too little bit of room. So like, let's say you have some pretty big lenses that are really long and they don't fit in when it's in its regular state, you can expand it easily, and there you go. On the back, we have a nice handle for if you're traveling and you have a suitcase, instead of carrying this bag on your shoulder, which can get a little heavy at times or a little bit inconvenient. Slide it on the handle of your suitcase, and then you don't have to worry about it going anywhere or putting any strain on your shoulder. On the front, we have little slits here, so you can add your keychains, any accessories to make it more stylish, or like if you have a knife, a pen, things like that, you can easily grab it if you need it. Let's talk about the strap here. It has a nice little cushion. Now let's talk about cons. Back to the strap. My biggest complaint about this bag is the strap, because it has loose straps, which are very annoying. On this side, there is a little loop thing here, so you can put this in it to kind of prevent it from moving around. I think there was one on the other side. I probably just lost it, but even so, I think it's a little bit annoying because sometimes it kind of gets loose and loops up like that, which is a little bit annoying. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I don't particularly like it. I did forget to mention that these straps are removable by a little hook there. It's nice, so like if you just want to carry your bag around or you want to toss it into a big backpack, you can throw this in there and you don't have to worry about this strap being super annoying. This bag actually came with my PGY Tech One Mo 2, I believe, 25mm backpack. There is a compartment in the bag that allows this to easily slide in. So if I need it, I can take it out and just use this and put my backpack somewhere else if need be. I don't really like where the straps are located. I think it would be a little bit better if they were on the sides here, but that's just a personal preference. So overall, I do like this bag. It allows me to add in a little bit bulkier items that the other one couldn't. The last on my list is this vintage style camera sling bag from Amazon. Hands down, the best feature of this bag is its style. It's very incognito, despite it being a camera bag. So if you're out and about in public, you don't have to worry about people eyeing your bag, wondering what you've got in there. Unlike the other 2 bags that look a little bit more professional and expensive, this one can get you by without causing any attention. On the front here, we have 2 little clips. Open up like that. So you don't have to worry about people trying to steal from you, because they have to unclip it on both sides and do this action, which by then you're gonna know if somebody's trying to get into your bag, if you have it on your side, of course. On the front here, we have 2 pretty large pockets, so you can put in 1 or 2 phones in each of them. You can throw in a couple pocket notebooks, Pens, I like to put in like deodorant, maybe some chapstick, things like that if it's a hot summer day. On the main compartment side, you have a nice cushion that you can actually take out. So if you have your expensive gear, you can obviously throw it in there, protect it, give it a little extra cushion. This also has two little pockets where I like to put extra batteries for my camera, maybe a flash as well. It's pretty stretchy, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the constraints of your camera or anything else being a little bit too big. So you have that option. On the inside, you have a nice soft material, so you don't have to worry about your gear getting scratched up or anything like that. There's also two small slit pockets. So again, you can add in extra batteries, maybe some cables, your charger, portable charger, different accessories. On the other side, there is a zipper pocket. So what I like to put in here is my ID or credit card, something like that, so that I know it is protected and I don't have to worry about it falling out or getting misplaced somehow. One thing I do like about this bag is because it's very bendable, it's very stretchy. If I have bigger items, I can throw it in here and not worry about it not being able to fit. Also, if you just want to use this bag as an everyday carry, of course, you can take this out, don't worry about it. Throw in a bunch of, for example, let's say you are going to sleep over at a friend's house. You can put in a ton of clothes in here. It fits very well and it looks really good. So definitely a good everyday carry bag. On the back side, there is another little zipper pocket. I like to put my wallet in here sometimes, maybe some extra batteries, accessories, my notebook, pen, things like that. A nice thing about it is if I have it on my side like this, which is most of the time, if I want something that's a little bit more private, like my wallet, and I don't want it to fall or get misplaced or anyone to steal it, I don't have to worry about it because it's right up against my body. Speaking of it being against my body, unlike the first bag I talked about, this one does morph to your body. So depending on what you have in here, you can kind of put it on your body. It feels really nice, so you don't have to worry about it being too stiff and kind of adding a little bit of pressure on your ribs there or on your hip, depending on how high you have it. For the strap, I really do like the strap. It has like these faux leather pieces here that are a little different brown, which is nice. I also love this little buckle so that if I want it longer, I can just move it around. If I want it shorter, all I have to do is this. And I don't have to worry about like flaps, you know, like from the last bag that I talked about. Cons, the only thing I would say, actually there's two things. So first, I do love the material. It's very thick. It'll last you a while. I've had it for a couple of years already. However, it's not easy to clean. So let's say you spill something, maybe you get some writing on it, like with paint, a marker, something like that. You can't just wipe it off with a wipe. Whereas the other two bags that I talked about, you could easily do that. This one, you would have to throw in the washer. Fortunately, you can throw it in the washer and it won't get damaged or it won't change the color. And my other complaint always goes back to the strap. Even though I really do like how it looks, it doesn't have a cushion. If I'm wearing this bag for a while, it can put a little bit of strain on my shoulder. What I like to do is switch it to the other side. But because this bag is so big, I tend to fill it up a little bit too much and that kind of bothers me. But overall, this actually is my favorite camera sling bag because it's a nice everyday carry. Sometimes I'll throw in my camera. I'll put this in there so my camera is protected. But I also like it as a regular everyday carry bag. So if I'm just going, hanging out, I'll throw in a book, my everyday carry essentials, things like that. It's really stylish. It matches my personal like clothing style, which I really like. And the best part about it is it was only $30, which is really cheap for a camera bag because my other two were like over $100, I think, something like that. They're a bit on the expensive side, even though they're really good quality. I do recommend them. But if you want something a little bit more stylish and not so expensive, this is the one that I would recommend. I do want to mention that these products are not sponsored. However, I do have affiliate links below. So if you use them, I get a small percentage. and they really helped me out. So thank you if you use them. If not, it's cool. Just keep watching my videos. Only if you like them though. There are a ton of camera sling bag options out there, but these are just 3 of my top favorites. I use them all the time. Yes, I did say that the vintage style bag is my favorite because it is, for obvious reasons. However, I do use the other 2 quite often as well for different reasons. Whether you're a street photographer, a traveler, or just want a regular everyday carry bag, maybe for your minimalist setup, I'm sure one of these bags can do the job for you. Let me know what bags you currently use, or if you're looking for a bag, let me know which one caught your attention. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one.